Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Nice to have you here today. If you would like to be part of the Bitcoin Moneymaker community, please go ahead if you haven't done so already and scroll down, hit the notification and the subscribe button to make sure that you stay up to date with every single video that we post from Monday to Sunday. And I would say let's go ahead and get started right now. So we're going to have a look at the 4-hour chart where we can see that at the moment we are inside a uptrend channel. And as you can see that very clearly here, we have been using this line as support here, here, and here. And even though we did have a fake out that took the price down to 33,000 US dollars, we had another pump that brought us back into the channel, the uptrend channel. So we do have a but, and the but is that if you look at this, and especially if we analyze this on our daily chart, you can see that there are two lines that I've posted here. One is thicker than the other one, orange color. And as you can see, we have been able to get out of this, the thinner one. We were able to get out of that resistance line. We already did that, and at the moment we are having difficulties trying to break out of the thicker resistance line. So that means technically we are still inside our downtrend in the daily chart. And so as you can see, this is a very strong resistance that we have here. Yesterday we tried to break out of it, we couldn't do it. Today we're actually pushing the price lower, and it might be that today we do have a bearish day. And so as I've been saying all along, the rule still applies. Today when the market's open, we have to pay attention and see how Bitcoin reacts. In fact, if we examine the 15-minute chart, we can see that yesterday, just around or exactly around the time that where the traditional markets open here, we saw the price of Bitcoin sink the same as the traditional markets did. And then we followed that path or that dynamic until the time that the markets closed. So that is something to watch out for today as well. However, if we look at the 30 and 1-hour chart, we can see that our support line here has been holding strongly the last few hours. So we do want to see that the price moves up and goes above $38,690. I personally believe that today Bitcoin will make a decision as far as the direction. If we do fall, I think that at the latest we'll see 37,323 US dollars because of our resistance line that we've been forming here. And it's actually been, so far, has been a very strong support for us. Here you can also see it has become support, or it was resistance, then became support, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance for a little bit, then we had a pump. And so hopefully now it has remained our resistance, or support rather. So in other words, these two support lines have to hold. At the latest, the second one here has to hold. We should not make a new low under our support line. So long as this doesn't happen, then I think we have no reason to worry about. We can remain in this uptrend. But don't forget that we still have the scenario of the dead cat bounce still intact. This can still happen, of course, and it could bring the price down to 33,000 or 32,000 US dollars. And so this is why it's important that you be careful that you do not enter the long position right now. This is a trick that a lot of times the bears like to do, where they see people start to get a bit bullish, the price goes up, and then they start selling again, and the price of course drops. So be very careful with that. So long as we don't see the price reach and go above, maybe to, from reach 39,600 US dollars or to 40,000 US dollars, then we are not out of the woods yet. So please be very careful. Please don't forget about the possibility that if this area doesn't hold, then of course we're going to get to see again the dead cat bounce, take the price down to the 30,000 line, And so you have to bear that in mind. You have to keep that in the back of your head and be very mindful of it so that you don't make a bad decision with a long trade. As you can see, the volume that's coming into the market still, at the moment, it's starting to decline as well. So that is also something to see, that people are again not as interested as before in the last couple of days to move into the market. So as long as we don't get it out, get out of here and move towards the 40,000 price line, we might even go back down to the 30,000 US dollar price. And so, as unfortunate as it is, we are being affected by how the traditional markets react, and that's just the reality of it at the moment. Good news though, the EMA ribbons on the 4-hour chart have become once again green. That is something that, as you can see, we haven't seen in quite some time. And if we rewind time back to September 7th, that was also the only other time in a while that we've seen that happen. That would, of course, go well with the support lines that I've mentioned before. So it is good, or it would be very good for Bitcoin that we do stay above this area. And so we have to keep an eye out and see what happens regarding this. So now going to the news. Here we read that the Bitcoin price closes in on $40,000, but pro traders are still skeptical. And of course, what that means is exactly what I've been saying, that even though the price is rising again, it is doing it at a pace where for investors and professional traders, it's still not strong enough for them to make a decision and figure out if this is a long-term thing or if it's going to have a bad reaction and continue to drop. So you can also see here the same chart as I showed you already, that they are illustrating there's a bit of an uptrend here, but there's not really any candle here that goes up thousands of dollars. So that's something that keeps people also undecided as to what they should do. On another set of news, at Bitfinex there was a hack for 2.5 billion US dollars in Bitcoin. And what happened is that there was, for example, the biggest transaction in the whole scam or the entire hack. They had a transaction of 10,000 Bitcoins. And so we're talking about a lot of it. But the thing is, the hackers, they couldn't really do much with this because these Bitcoins are they're not able to sell these or to do transactions with these on the regulated markets or the regulated exchanges rather. So that's also something to keep in mind, what that does to the market itself. If people are feeling confident about Bitcoin security, for example, there is even a 25% reward if anybody knows how to find the culprits. So any IT person who could do that, that's of course a very good reward. Also for the fear and greed index, we are at 28 right now. That's 2 points above yesterday's, but we're still moving inside our 20 and 30 point range. And we're probably going to stay here for a while until we do get to see that big breakout at the price of Bitcoin. And so if we do remain in this uptrend, for example, and we're just moving back and forth, and there's not a lot of movement towards the upside, then obviously we could just think that the fear and greed index is going to remain where it is. Also, just to remind you, there is a giveaway. If you sign up with the link that is in the description to Femex, open an account there, and you deposit 0.0025 Bitcoin or 100 US dollars, then you have a chance of winning. 2 people will have the chance to win 1,500 US dollars for the trading account, and you still have until the 6th of February to do so. So if you haven't already, do check it out. It's only available to my viewers. You can find all the links, of course, in the description. Now let's have a look at the situation with Ethereum, which at the moment actually is doing relatively well. since we were able to get out of our resistance area here, we've been able to have a pump, and we seem to have found a very good support for the price at the moment. And so I think we seem to be, even though the volume is not the same, we seem to be moving towards the direction of the 3,000 price, as long as, of course, Bitcoin doesn't drop in price. If Bitcoin drops, then you can expect that Ethereum will, of course, do the same. It will be interesting to see if this uptrend support that we've found here will continue to be support. So if we do go down to around 2,600 US dollars, we might get to see another pump. And if we do see that pump, then I can see that we'll go back to revisit the 3,000 US dollar price. Also, as you can see, the EMA ribbons for the first time in a long time are again in the green zone, and that didn't happen for a while. December 22nd was the last time that we saw something like that happened. But if we do switch to the daily chart, we can see that in Ethereum, we are inside this downtrend even more than Bitcoin is in the downtrend. And so long as we don't get out of the $3,000 resistance area, then we can really see or say that the uptrend is for the long term. Now, if we look at the dominance for Bitcoin, we can see that we are turning back a little. However, I personally believe that it's just a small setback. We probably will consolidate for some time before we continue to go up, but my prediction is that, of course, this will be the case. And we can also look at, for example, the price of Bitcoin itself, and we can assume that because there's that much that has happened to the price of Bitcoin in the last couple of days, there's not been a big drop or a big bounce. And right now we do find ourselves rather in a bit of a consolidation phase, just like we had here. And so I think today there's going to be a decision for the price of Bitcoin. If not, at least, or at the most rather, in 24 hours, we'll get to see what happens with the price. So that is all the content that I prepared for you guys today. Don't forget to check out the giveaway link in the description. So thank you so much for watching and for your support. You truly are the best community I could ask for. Please come back tomorrow for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our content. That's all for now. My name is Basti. Stay safe. Bye bye.